NXT's Colin Cassady. So who is NXT's Colin Cassady?
Colin Cassady is 6'10", close to 300-pound monster from Queens, New York, that talks trash, and doesn't take insults very lightly. Like to beat people up if they cross the line, and pretty much that's it.
You were a basketball player?
Yeah.
Growing up? So you're in New York City, playing ball at the park, at the streets, the gym, wherever.
Yeah.
And you see Enzo Amore there playing basketball. What happened there? Was it just something right? You're seeing it. Was he a trash talker back then too? Do you remember?
Yeah, I was actually a lot smaller then. I might have been 5'8", 5 back then. Yeah. It was the Cage downtown, West 4th, and 6th Avenue. It's a pretty famous basketball venue. Yeah, we met playing down there, and me and him kind of hit it off right there. Yeah, he was a bit of a trash talker. He kind of came to my defense at one point, and we went for pizza after, and that was that.
And see, at the time you were 5'8", so who knew you were going to be 6'9", 6'10", so he picked the right guy. He picked the right guy to friend. I mean, that's the thing, so that was good. And now you guys find yourself here in NXT, and this thing has exploded tremendously.
Yeah.
Here you guys are, the fans get into what you're doing and all. What is it like that you're teaming with somebody that you knew from back in the day and playing basketball and all like that?
It was just chance that we both met back here. It was pretty incredible, the odds of that actually happening. But yeah, we hit it off back then, kind of lost touch, and then the second he came down for his tryout, I was like, oh, we can do something together. I like this guy, and then he ended up getting signed, and when he came in, I was like, me and him, good pairing, we're going to do something together. So I knew right away when he came for his tryout that there was a connection there from the past that we could, translate to now. And when he came in and he got signed, and I heard he got signed, I was like, I'm going to get him with me.
So when you're out there and you and him are doing your thing, crowds going and all, is that something that you two come up with and generate? Do you have help from the trainers and coaches? Whether it's some of the catchphrases, whether it's just what you're saying on the microphone, even the look, things you're wearing and all. How does that all evolve into you two and your characters?
We've kind of gotten to the point where they give us liberty to do our own thing. Catchphrases, promos. Of course, we run it by them before we go out, but usually they've given us creative freedom to do what we want and wear what we want, as long as it's not over the line, which is of course where we pass things through them beforehand. But catchphrases, promos, when we go out there in front of the Full Sail audience, that's all us, and just running it by them for a final check.
Do you have a favorite one?
Catchphrase?
Sure, that you use or something that...
Soft. I mean, that's the one I ended with. Yeah.
Now the thing is, here you got this big guy, and nobody wants to mess with you because you're this big monster guy and all, and you know what to do in the ring. You can wrestle, you can handle the microphone, but you're also a smart guy.
Yeah.
Tell a little bit about tell a little bit about the academic background and what you were studying and where you went from there in high school and then on college.
High school, went to Archbishop Malloy High School, Queens, New York. I played basketball there under the legendary coach Jack Curran. Yeah, and so I ended up getting a full scholarship to NYU in New York City. And I went there and studied economics and business, but also pre-med, because pre-med wasn't a major. So, so I did pre-med, took all the chemistry, organic chemistry, which was nightmares. I still have nightmares about biology and physics. And then graduated with a degree in economics.
That's awesome, and it's something that you'd always have. No one could ever take the degree away from you.
Yeah.
How important was that for you and your family, even though it's you, that you were able to go on and get your degree?
Oh, very important. Ever since I was young, my parents have drilled it into me that academics come first. And I always wanted to go to NYU. It wasn't affordable, but I ended up earning a full scholarship there, which was like such a blessing. So it gave me the opportunity to go there and live there, and which was such a blessing, and just amazing 4 years I had there.
What was it like, Colin, for you when you decided, okay, this is it for basketball? I don't know if it was an injury or just that was it for you, or if you wanted to try to play overseas or et cetera, and then decide, okay, now I'm going to take this journey and step into pro wrestling, sports entertainment.
Well, basketball that was not going to work out for me. I knew that, and I'm pretty realistic when it comes to what I can and can't do. That wasn't going to work out for me. And
you took it as far as you were going to take it?
Yeah, just an amazing 4 years playing at NYU and having a good time and traveling with my buddies, and earning a lot of life experience doing that. But I came to terms with that wasn't going to go anywhere. And also studying for the MCAT, going into my senior year of college, I was studying countless hours, and I just knew, like, my heart's not in this. I'm gonna do it, just to take it, because I went through all the four sciences, and I'm gonna take the MCAT. But I knew when I was studying for the MCAT that was also not going to be for me. My heart just wasn't in it. So once I graduated college, I started training wrestling, because that's what I always wanted to do.
I was going to say, did you grow up a wrestling fan then? And who were the ones that you liked when you were growing up?
Grew up a huge wrestling fan. I've been going to shows at Madison Square Garden my whole life. Nassau Coliseum, the Izod Center. My dad used to always take me. My first show was, I believe, in February of 1991 at Madison Square Garden. And ever since then, just going to shows there. Hulk Hogan, Bret Hart. And then I went to Survivor Series 1996, and that's when I became a Stone Cold Steve Austin fan. That was the night where I transferred from Bret Hart to Stone Cold, and since then he's always
Was that the big night with when he bled and all?
No, that was WrestleMania 13.
Okay.
The Survivor Series 96. It was cool because I was a Bret Hart fan. He had his big comeback match against Austin, who was supposed to be a big bad guy, and a lot of people in the crowd, especially around me, were cheering for him, which me at a young age, I wanted to be cool and hip, and I was like, yeah, I like this guy too. Yeah, that's my guy. So I felt like I was, cool and with the cool crowd. So ever since then, Austin's been my guy. But I like the other guy, Triple H, Undertaker, of course. But yeah, Austin's been my favorite.
You mentioned Undertaker. You and Enzo got to meet Undertaker and talk to him.
Yeah.
What was that like for you?
That was incredible. Just check that off the bucket list. Just meeting the Undertaker, let alone getting to sit down with him and watch some of my matches with him and have him critique me, which was quite the experience, because he doesn't beat around the bush. If he likes something, he'll tell you, but if he don't like it, he'll also tell you. So just sitting with him and just notepads and pages worth of notes, just I'm scribbling down as he's writing everything, just to have all of this written down in such a short period of time while I'm sitting there with him. That was quite the experience. And then having me and Enzo chat with him, and him giving us some pointers and direction on our characters and our wrestling was amazing.